Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video, we're going to talk about the practice session that just happened for the Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marco Bezzecchi topped it from Raul Fernandez, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Fabio Quartararo, Alex Marquez, Alex Rins, Luca Marini, Pol Espargaro, Pecco Bagnaia, Pedro Acosta, Fermin Aldeguer, Brad Binder, Jack Miller, Joan Mir, Johan Zarco, Miguel Oliveira, Franco Morbidelli, Aya Agura, Lorenzo Savadori, Enea Bastianini, Michele Pirro, and Samkit Chantra. Now, what an absolute belter of a couple of laps from Marco Bezzecchi, smashing the outright lap record. But, you know, of course, Marco has the double long lap penalty, but I wouldn't count him out of winning the race. You know, his pace is unbelievable, so it will definitely be interesting to see how he goes. Raul Fernandez definitely did a good lap towards the end of it. I'm not sure on his pace though. Does he have podium pace? Looks okay. The bike does look like it's working around here. Well, it's definitely working in Bezzecchi's hands, and it is working in Raul Fernandez's hands also. Fabio Di Gianantonio had a good session, solid, as did Fabio Quartararo. The Yamaha is working around here. Alex Marquez had a good session, not the best, but a solid session, I'll just call it. Alex Rins is there on merit. There was a bit of a tow, but they're on merit, to be fair. Luca Marini getting himself in there, which is good to see. Pol Espargaro were really one of the surprises of the session for me, out qualifying all the other KTM riders in the timesheets, you know, so obviously it is just practice, but saying that, it's good that Pol is still showing that he does have that speed. Pecco Bagnaia, not a bad session, lost an awful lot of time in Sector 3. So was it a mistake or was it not? I don't know, but he is straight into Q2 this time. Pedro Acosta just hang on at the end. Difficult session it looked like for Pedro as well. Did have a crash at the Miller hairpin. Fermin Aldeguer was pushing to get in, but just didn't have enough. Brad Binder, okay session. The pace doesn't look too good. I'll be very honest. I think he's going to struggle. Jack Miller had a really good session this morning, but just didn't have the pace at the end. Joan Mir, similar to Miller, looked okay this morning. Not amazing, but looked okay. But just didn't have it when it needed it for the fast lap. Johan Zarco, similar position, but not a lot between the two bikes, which will give some comfort to Zarco, who has been left out in the cold a little bit. Miguel Oliveira, not surprised to see where he is. Very surprised to see Franco Morbidelli down there. You know, definitely well off the pace. When you look at it, Aya Agura similar. Surprised to see him so low. Lorenzo Savadori, good session from Salvadori. Bastianini struggling on the KTM, to be fair, as well, down in 20th place. Michele Pirro did have a crash, but not a bad session from Pirro. And Samkit Chantra, well, look, we know that he was expected there. All in all, not a bad practice session. Bezzecchi's pace is frightening, and his one lap speed is also frightening. I wouldn't rule him out of winning the race, as I mentioned earlier. There is a possibility, like in 2023, that the race could be switched to the Saturday and the sprint to the Sunday due to high winds due to come in. But I suppose the riders and Dorna will meet about that later on, and an announcement is expected on whether we go ahead on Saturday or Sunday with the race. Although thought it was a really, really good practice session. Bezzecchi was just absolutely amazing, and it's hard to look past him if the sprint is tomorrow or the race is tomorrow for him running away with it, really. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the practice session for the Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.